They sent troops to Chicago again, just like 1968, when you were there. In 1968 Chicago, you watched cops crack skulls at the Democratic Convention. Maybe you were there. Maybe you watched Cronkite that night. Blood on Michigan Avenue. 2025, Chicago, same streets, federal troops against protesters. But this time you're not watching on TV. You're watching your grandkids get arrested. Follow to see why Chicago always gets the troops when America needs silencing. Operation Garden Plot. Written in 1968 while you watched Chicago burn. The Pentagon's plan to occupy American cities. Declassified in part, but updated ever since. The blueprint for troops in American streets. You were 18 in 1968. Against the war. Against the draft. Your number came up, or it didn't. But you remember. The whole world was watching. Mayor Daley gave the order. Shoot to kill arsonists. Shoot to maim looters. You thought that was the worst it could get. You were wrong. What Cronkite didn't tell you, the Army had 1,500 agents in that crowd, taking your picture, writing down your name. You've wondered for 50 years if you're in a file. You are. Today they sent federal troops to Chicago again. No governor request. Just boots on State Street. Your grandkid went to film it. Now they're in a database forever. The Insurrection Act of 1807. The law that lets presidents send troops against their own citizens. Every president keeps it ready. Trump just used it. Biden will use it. The next one will too. 1968, they beat you with clubs. You healed. 2025, they destroy you with databases. You don't. Kent State was 1970. 4 dead in Ohio. You said never again, but they did it again in 92 LA, 2020 Portland, now Chicago, again. You marched against Vietnam. Your kids marched against Iraq. Your grandkids march against deportations. 3 generations. Same troops. Same constitution being torn up. They called you hippies, troublemakers, un-American. Now they call your grandkids terrorists. The words changed. The playbook didn't. Remember the Chicago 7 trial? A circus to distract from the real crime, turning America into a surveillance state. And it worked. Your generation said, "Don't trust anyone over 30. Now you're 75 watching 30-year-old federal agents arrest teenagers for the same crime you committed. Believing in something. You were at Chicago in spirit, if not in person. You know what tear gas smells like. What democracy dying sounds like. They want you to think this is different. That these protesters are different. That this time troops are justified. Don't fall for it. You didn't fall for it then. The troops in Chicago aren't there to keep peace. They're there to keep you from joining your grandkids